Which Middle Eastern country is known for its many large rivers? Iraq. Which country is famous for its beautiful tropical beaches and islands? Maldives. Which European country has a very high rate of reading books and literature? Germany. Which country is famous for its very high quality of scientific research and medical breakthroughs? USA. Which Asian country is often praised for its strong focus on mathematics and science education? South Korea. Which country in Europe is known for having one of the highest gross domestic products per person? Switzerland. Which country in the African continent has faced long periods of economic difficulty and low development? Somalia. Which East Asian country is well known for being extremely safe and orderly for travelers? Singapore. Which country in Asia has the second highest number of billionaires after the USA? China. Which small European country has chosen not to have a standing army for many years? Iceland. Which country in Europe shares borders with 9 different neighboring countries? Germany. Which country is famous for its large number of beautiful and small islands in the Mediterranean Sea? Greece. Which country in Africa contains the largest single freshwater lake by area? Tanzania. Which South American country holds the largest part of the Amazon rainforest? Brazil. Which country has a large city that is geographically located on the border between 2 continents, Asia and Europe? Turkey. Which Asian country is often recognized for its very low levels of corruption in government? Singapore. Which country in South America is famous for growing some of the world's best coffee beans? Colombia. Which country is believed to be named after the famous explorer Christopher Columbus? Colombia. Which large country in the South Pacific is known for having a huge population of sheep and wool production? Australia. Which country is projected to have the largest population in the world by the year 2030? India. Which Asian country is considered a global leader in making electronic goods and computer components? South Korea. Which country is famous for having one of the oldest flags in the world with a well-known red, white, and blue design? France. Which country in Africa is a major source of high-quality diamonds and precious stones? South Africa. Which country experiences the midnight sun during the summer, where the sun remains visible for 24 hours? Norway. Which country in Southeast Europe declared its independence in 2008 and is one of the newest countries? Kosovo. What is the name of the region that includes the coldest permanent settlement on Earth? Siberia. What is the name of the largest tropical rainforest located in Central Africa? Congo rainforest. In which capital city are bicycles used by a very large portion of the population for daily transport? Amsterdam. In which North African desert was one of the highest temperatures ever officially recorded? Sahara Desert. Which country in the Middle East has very low gas prices due to its large oil reserves? Iran. Which European country is home to the famous University of Bologna, often considered very old? Italy. Which part of the world often covered in ice and snow is known for having no mosquitoes? Antarctica. What large body of water in Central Asia is known for having very high salt levels, making it difficult for fish to survive? Aral Sea. What is the name of the smallest independent country located in the Pacific Ocean? Nauru. Which sport, often called soccer in some countries, has the largest worldwide fan base? Football. Which small, often furry animal is the second most popular pet globally? Cat. Which currency used by countries in Europe is the second most popular for global trade? Euro. Which country in North America is known for its many attractions and receives a very large number of tourists each year? USA. Which grain, often made into bread, is a staple food for many cultures worldwide? Wheat. What is the language with the most native speakers worldwide? Mandarin Chinese. What is the name of the second largest planet in our solar system? Saturn. Which planet is known as Earth's sister planet because of its similar size? Venus. Which planet has a day that is slightly shorter than a day on Earth? Mars. Which gas giant planet has the shortest day among all the planets? Jupiter. How long is one day on the planet Saturn approximately? Ten hours. What is the capital city of Sweden? Stockholm. What is the capital city of Malaysia? Kuala Lumpur. What is the capital city of Vietnam? Hanoi. What is the capital city of Pakistan? Islamabad. What is the capital city of Peru? Lima. Which European language is also an official language in many Central American countries? Spanish. Which language is widely spoken across the Middle East and North Africa? Arabic. What is the main official language of South Korea? Korean. Which language is the main language spoken in Portugal? Portuguese. What is the main official language of New Zealand? English. Which type of large whale is known for having a very long lifespan, possibly over 200 years? Bowhead whale. Which type of small fish is believed to never enter a deep sleep state? Bull shark. Which type of aquatic invertebrate is famous for having blue-colored blood? Horseshoe crab. Which large lizard, native to Indonesia, also uses its tongue to detect smells in the air? Komodo dragon. Which domestic animal, common in parts of Asia, produces milk that is often used to make cheese and yogurt? Water buffalo. Which small, furry house pet is very sensitive to the chemicals found in chocolate? Cat. Which type of animal is a champion at holding its breath underwater for a very long time, sometimes hours? Sperm whale. Which type of small, eight-armed sea creature is known for its intelligence and multiple hearts? Octopus. Which type of crustacean is known for having three eyes, two large and one smaller one? Shrimp. Which large jungle cat is famous for its powerful legs and ability to stay upright for a short time after passing? Lion. Which small insect, famous for carrying the malaria disease, causes the most human deaths? Mosquito. Which type of reptile is famous for having clear scales over its eyes, allowing it to see even when they appear closed? Gecko. Which large flightless bird lays its eggs in nests built by other bird species? Cuckoo. Which flightless bird is native to Australia and is the only bird in its family? Emu. How many different parts does a mosquito use to pierce the skin and suck blood? 6. What is the collective name for a group of monkeys? Troop. What is the collective name for a group of sheep? Flock. Which type of serious health condition is the second most common cause of death globally? Cancer. Which natural event, often involving strong winds and heavy rain, causes a large number of deaths annually? Floods. Approximately what percentage of a baby's body weight is made up of water? 75%. Which part of the hand is known to have a very large number of bacteria and germs? Fingernails. Which organ is responsible for cleaning the blood and controlling the body's water balance? Kidney. Which part of the face, used for speaking and tasting, heals surprisingly quickly? Tongue. Which organ works constantly to pump blood around the body? Heart. Which large muscular organ is responsible for circulating blood and rarely develops cancer? Heart. Which organ, despite controlling pain signals, does not have pain receptors itself? Brain. Which part of the body, often used by dentists to check health, is the hardest and most resistant to heat? Teeth. Which mineral, often used in cooking, is the main cause of high blood pressure when consumed too much? Salt. Which condition is often caused by the body not producing enough insulin to manage blood sugar? Diabetes. Which long-term health condition is the leading cause of chronic kidney disease? 'High blood pressure.' Which lifestyle factor is one of the most significant and preventable causes of many types of cancer? Smoking. Approximately how long can a healthy adult survive without eating any food? 3 weeks. What is the maximum number of days a person can usually survive without any water? 7 days. What is the name of the smallest bone located inside the human ear? Stapes. Which tropical fruit is well known for being a great source of natural sugars and energy? Banana. Which type of blood cell is part of the body's defense system against foreign invaders? White blood cells. Which medical doctor specializes in treating tumors and cancers with high-energy beams? Radiation oncologist. What is the result of 120 divided by 4? 30. What is the result of 15 multiplied by 6? 90. What is 250 plus 150? 400. What is the result of 500 divided by 50? 10. What is the result of 150 divided by 30? 5. What is the result of 12 added to itself 3 times? 12 times 3. 36. What is half of 95? 47.5. What is half of 560? 280. How many questions did you get right? Tell us your score in the comments below. If you enjoyed this quiz, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Keep your brain active and check out our next quiz video right now.